And good morning, Southwest Florida. We are checking in with our 2023 storm naming list as a few changes were made from even what we were tracking yesterday. We have now added Cindy to the list, bringing that named storm list to total or tally, however you want to phrase it, up to 3 storms thus far this year. Technically 4 if you count the unnamed storm that we had back in January. So already a very active start to the season. Typically we'd be closer to maybe 1, potentially 2 named storms by this time. And it has everything to do with the above average sea surface temperatures that we currently have in the mid-Atlantic and even the Caribbean at this stage. The good news for us is typically in June we have very high shear in the Caribbean and West Atlantic that keeps these storms on the weaker side. And that is certainly what we are seeing in action and what we will be seeing in action over the next 24 to 48 hours. Bret looks incredibly disorganized this morning with the majority of that thunderstorm activity on the east side of this system. Bret has weakened by about 10 miles per hour from what we were tracking yesterday evening. Meanwhile, Cindy is picking up strength just a little bit, but we fully expected that. Cindy is going to continue to strengthen just into a substantial tropical storm, likely maxing out at about 60 to maybe 65 miles per hour with those sustained winds before weakening substantially as it approaches well off the United States coastline, I should say. It's going to take quite a steep turn and jog back out into the Atlantic, many hundreds of miles off the shore, and bring minimal to no impacts as our long-range forecast models are continually agreeing that Cindy will not only be very weak by the time it gets farther to the north and west north of Hispaniola, but also that it will be taking that turn back to the east and back out into the middle of the Atlantic. Bret will likely meet its demise by this weekend.